Good evening, and welcome to another episode of Master JMT. Several things I want to talk to you about. First of all, I would like to say that I appreciate you being here, my very, very small audience. I appreciate you being here. It's a whole world out there, and you can tune in to anywhere in the world. And I just want to say that I'm glad to have you here at my channel at JMT1, and I appreciate you being here. To my very, very, very small audience. I want to talk about a couple of things. I want to talk about wow, how about that internet these days? There was literally a YouTuber that said, hey man, if you're broke, you don't need to be tuning in watching me. You need to get a job. You know, sitting here laughing, conversating with me is not going to help you at all. You know, if you're broke, you need to go on Indeed and get a job. And I said to myself, wow, all right, interesting, very, very interesting. I just found that to be very, very interesting. Someone's tuning in, watching you, and because they're broke, they don't need to be watching you. But, I mean, in a way, I can see where he's coming from. Because when you're in a spot, I don't think you need to be laughing. You being in that spot is not funny at all. I mean, I am that serious person where it's just like, let's just lock in here, and because this is not funny. It's not funny. Your situation that you're in, it is not funny. We're all thinking about our next move. Everybody is. Even people who are well off, they're thinking about their next move. But if you don't lock down, nothing will change. You gotta lock down, have a plan, and put the plan into execution. If you're not doing that, then nothing will change. So from that aspect, I can kind of see that it's like, wow, there's like no mercy out here. No mercy. It's a tough world out there. I want to talk to you about several different things. One, we have to be careful. We have to be very, very careful because we're dealing with strong and weak people. That's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with the strong, we're dealing with the weak. And weak people, speaking on weak people have shown in the past, weak people cannot be tortured. Because if you torture a weak person, they're just going to die. They die too easily by being tortured. So a weak person cannot be tortured. A stronger person could probably be tortured. They'll take the torture and then move on. But history has taught us and shown us that weak people cannot be tortured. I've got a very simple question for you. If Colonel Nathan Jessup never had the conversation with Lieutenant Colonel Markinson, would there even be a case of Lance Corporal Dawson, PFC Green Downey versus William Santiago? Would that even be another case where a weak person was tortured with no intention of killing, just torture, to teach a lesson. And in that lesson that they were teaching, the weak person died. So now all of that is just stories that they got from actual events from weak people in the past being tortured. You torture them just a little bit. Just like that, they die. Now, weak-minded, so-called, let's just say so-called weak-minded, which means mentally you can't really handle all that much. Torture one of those weak-minded individuals who mentally are not strong enough to handle anything, right? Their mental is not together. They also die tragically. So that's just something to think about. Just something to tickle your fancy. Something to make you say, wow, interesting. Yeah, so, gosh. Hell of a world that we're living in today. I want to let you know that I am developing a martial art that is very, very dangerous. You might say, why? Why are you doing that? Why develop something that's dangerous? Because we're living in a dangerous world. Every male, every man must be, to a certain extent, he has to be somewhat dangerous. If he's not, then clearly the world's going to look at you like you're nothing. They're going to look at you like you're a weakling, you know, and that's going to be it. You know, some people have experience in battling the system, working the system, playing the so-called game. Your mental, my friend, has to be together for those games, man. There was a time in my life where it's just like, I could handle it, but I don't want to handle it, so I drop it and move on. Boom. By not dealing with certain things, you're not building your mental. So if you don't build your mental, you're not going to be able to handle too much in life. You're going to be able to handle anything. Some people go off, you know, on the deep end, and, you know, get locked up, have to rehabilitate themselves while in prison. And if you don't rehabilitate yourself, you just keep on doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. It sucks, man. I want to thank you once again for being here with me. This is Master JMT, master of the art. You know, self-proclaimed things are not really accredited. That's okay. That's okay. Because there's successful people out here that have become successful and they are not from anything accredited. It's very, very fine. It's fine with me. You know, had I came up, had I done the right thing and worked through more of my problems when I was younger and built my mental up bulletproof while being young into my adult age, then sure, I'd be further than I am now. I think anyone would be further than they are had they done that when they were younger. But We missed the starting gun, and we didn't know that we were in a race. A race to make something of yourself. So, while other YouTubers this day and age are tearing people down, I'm here to say that doesn't matter where you are in life. It's not too late. Start something from where you are right now. You can only move forward from where you are at your present state. That's all you can do. So do that thing. Whatever it is that you had for a thought as an idea, begin to work on it. Start writing down your goals. Begin to execute your goals. Start one at a time. And as you accomplish your goals, you will be able to feel more better. But if you're not feeling good, there's reasons why that is. If you're not smiling, there's reasons why that is. If you're not laughing, there's reasons why that is. You're not laughing because it's not funny. It's not funny. You know, I agree with you. It's not funny. If you're able to laugh, well then, excellent. If you're able to laugh to keep from crying, well then, excellent. Excellent. When you get done laughing, there is business to be taken care of. I'm right there with you. No. What are you saying, JMT? Are you this huge, successful guy? Did I say that? No, I did not say that. I'm simply giving you some tools that maybe you can use to move yourself forward. I think you got an idea of where we are in the world today. Like I said, very, very brutal world out there. And I apologize when I feel that I need to apologize. But for the most part, I don't go around tearing people down. I don't go around saying, this is attractive, that is not. You should do this, you should do that. Hell, most of the time, I don't even have so-called friends. I've got very few friends, very few, but, for the most part if someone would like to meet me, well then, yeah, I'll meet and greet you, but, if there's anything that I can do, I do it. But for the most part, the world is, as Billy Corgan said one time. In fact, y'all are gonna laugh at me, but I believe some of these poets could be prophets. Just the way their poetry is put together, it's like, wow. Billy Corgan said one time, the world is a vampire sent to drain, seeking destroyers, hold you up to the flame. And what do I got for my pain? Despite of my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage. Yeah. I remember that lyric by Billy Corgan. I know there's people laughing their ass off when they hear that, but that's a hell of a lyric. That's a hell of a lyric. Forever believing in everlasting life. So, thanks to God. To give God the thanks, the glory, and the honor. Just pray and be very spiritual. So much is the big debate today. Well, you don't speak Hebrew, so how could you even know what you're talking about? Okay. There was a Hebrew Israelite that said something very interesting. He said that King James was a black man. Really? King James was a black man? King James was a black man. Over king, a ruler over in Europe and Scotland and black man? That's right, black man. Interesting, that's interesting, that's interesting. But if he was a black man, that would make more sense because I've always thought to myself, why in the hell would anybody, or should I say in the heaven, why in the heaven would anybody go through all that trouble of translating all of that, those scrolls? Why would they go to the trouble of translating all of that Hebrew into English and then turn around and put white King James's name on it? I never did understand that. I never could understand that. But the Hebrew Israelite, I forget what his name is, and I really don't want to call people out by their names. But it was a Hebrew Israelite that said that King James was a black man. Wow. You know, it kind of dawned on me that maybe Lincoln was a black man. Maybe Lincoln was a black man and they changed, just like they changed the portrait of Jesus to a white man. They changed the portrait of Abraham Lincoln to a white man. Or maybe the portrait of Abraham Lincoln is the same, but he was just so light-skinned to the point where he could pass for white. You understand what I'm saying? The same way Farad Muhammad could pass for white, and he got a lot of stuff done because he can go from one place to another. He can go in the white, he can go over by the whites, get a lot of stuff done, bring back collateral to the black community. So kind of like, so maybe Abraham Lincoln was moving like Farad Muhammad back then to get stuff done, the Emancipation Proclamation, freeing the slaves, and all of that stuff. Meeting with abolitionists, all of that business. Excuse me. Woo! Ooh. Woo! Had to sneeze. Anyways, so that's just something to think about. Something to think about. But anyways, King James being a black man, Abraham Lincoln being so light-skinned that he could pass for white. Our first black president wasn't Obama, it was Abraham Lincoln. Maybe it was. Maybe. Just maybe. So yeah, very ruthless world that we live in. A lot of people are arming themselves. A lot of mysterious stuff going on up there in Canada. A lot of mysterious stuff going on. Oh man, all over the world. I don't need to say this place, that place, another place. All over the world. It's just happening. It's happening before our eyes. And it's happening every day. Join me again For more, Master JMT.